natin is 0939-899-3033. Ngayon, isana na natin, pakilala na natin yung mga magagandang lalaki natin. And also the gorgeous PR of Sip Match. Si Miguel Cuneta po, co-founder of Satoshi Citadel Industries and also of Site.ph. Kumusta?
Yeah. How are you?
Yeah. 1 year na.
Yeah, it's been a year.
Yeah. Also, makasama din po natin si Jay Villarama, founding member of...
Villarante.
Villarante. I'm sorry. Medyo malabo mata ko. Villarante, founding member of bitcoin.org.ph and also co-founder of packetmarket.com. Okay. Good morning.
Morning.
Bati ka muna. Baka nakikinig sa yung mga mahal mo natin sa buhay. Okay. Also, makakasama din natin si attorney JJ Dicini of Dicini Law Office and also founding member of bitcoin.org.page. Morning, attorney.
Magandang umaga.
Siyempre, hindi natin makakalimutan, di ba? Si Carissa Hicana. She is the PR head of Safe Match. Good morning.
Good morning. How's everybody this morning?
Yeah, is Chow and John listening? No.
I hope so. They should be.
Okay. Because last year they are here.
Yeah.
Actually, it's almost before, after Geeks on the Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's start. Pag-usapan na natin po yung Bitcoin. Muna. Okay. Very excited, no? 1 year na, Miguel, di ba?
Yep.
Then, ano ba ang bago?
Marami na. 1 year as a Bitcoin industry is like 10 years. Normal na business.
Mm-hmm.
So, mabilis yung growth, no? From the time na nag-usap tayo dito a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
Marami, companies like Microsoft started accepting Bitcoin na, and governments are exploring using Bitcoin technology for banking and for things like land titling. Mga big banks sa US and even the New York Stock Exchange and Nasdaq, the biggest stock exchanges in the US, are exploring using Bitcoin technology na rin.
Pero sa Philippines right now, how many more or less they're using Bitcoin for remittance? For remitting,
well, in the Philippines, yung growth natin in terms of all I can speak for is our company, no? And also si Jay din siguro. Nakita namin yung
Pero about
growth
sa company mo, if you can disclose that, more or less range.
Well, marami na kaming users, maabot na siguro ng several thousand users.
Regularly they're remitting.
Regularly, not all of them, but we're discovering na may mga businesses na gusto magpadala ng salaries and ginagamit nila Bitcoin. May mga tao na nagpapadala sa family nila na ginagamit nila Bitcoin kasi mas mura talaga siya kung malaman mo lang kung paano gamitin.
Mura, speaking of mura, more or less mga magkano ba talaga yung natitipid ng
Actually,
isang OFW?
Ikukumpara natin sa statistics ng according to the World Bank, ang average cost ng remittance to the Philippines is nasa 6%.
Oo. Maximum of, minsan 8, sabi mo, di ba?
Lumalaki pa yan. Depende kung gaano kalaki yung pinapadala nyo. Pero sa Bitcoin, kung matuto kayo kung paano gamitin to, let's say you're in the US, as low as 1% lang yung babayaran nyo, and then yung cash, mapupunta na sa kamay ng mga family members nyo.
Kasi,
from the US.
Okay, ang problem kasi, karamihan sa Pilipino, di ba? Kasi, Bitcoin kasi, parang sa kanila, never heard, di ba? Parang napakahirap gamitin. Paano ba natin mako-convince natin sila? Attorney Jay, paano ba natin mako-convince na safe gamitin ng Bitcoin, is safe and convenient to practical to use Bitcoin sa mga remittances?
So, challenge yan sa
kasi alam ko 52 billion ba ang remittances ng more or less?
27 billion
27 billion? Yeah, last year.
Dollars,
Dollars. Okay. Yun, attorney.
I think ang pinakamalaking issue ngayon yung regulation nga ng Bitcoin. Kasi currently ang BSP natin, ang Bangko Sentral, nag-issue lang sila ng warning sa kanilang website na mag-iingat pag nagtitrade ng mga virtual currencies. So, ang nangyayari ngayon, hindi makapag-connect ng maayos yung Bitcoin infrastructure, as it were, no, sa banking system natin. At malaking hadlang yon para maging mas accessible sa common na tao. At saka rin yung technology. Tingin ko yung technology kailangan rin mag-advance para maging simple sa tao mag-transact ng Bitcoin. No? You want it to be as easy as sending email. Parang ganyan.
Okay, sige, pakilala muna natin at dumating ng ating Reyna.
Ano ba yan? Okay, magandang umaga sa ating mga kabigatin.
Yan.
Magandang umaga sa ating mga guests. Thank you for coming, no? Maganda tong usapin na to, no? Bitcoin. Actually, interested ako kasi yun na nga, may takot sa Bitcoin. Actually, gusto kong mag-campaign. Ito na, no? Nag-campaign ako about Bitcoin sa mga universities. Eto na. So, kinausap ko mga students. Mag-organize kayo ng events. So, mga engineering week, mga SCOMSci week, mga ganon. Student week. Eto na. Nagbigay ng letter. Sabay labas yung dyaryo, yung balita. Oh, lumabas yung ng BSP. Ay, Arnie, ano ba to? They don't know about Bitcoin. So, yun na nga ang tanong ni Ellison. Paano nga natin babaguhin yung mindset, yung pag-intindi ng mga tao about Bitcoin? Na parang ang tulad lang ng pagbigay ng email. Kasi unang-una, digital currency. Paano yung security? Hindi, intangible siya, hindi siya nahawakan. So, ano pa, maliban dun sa nabanggit ni Miguel at ni Attorney, ano pa kaya yung pwedeng gawin? So, sa simpleng estudyante, alam ko naggawa na kayo ng mga events, no? With the students. So,
Actually, marami na po. Over the past year, like almost every month, like minsan twice a month, we fly
Siguro,
to Cebu, we fly to Davao,
Yes.
mga schools. We talk about the technology.
anong sabi nila? Kumusta ang reception naman
Maganda.
nila?
Very positive. Usually, they're interested. Especially yung mga bata, yung mga younger people.
Yeah.
They're more open to this eh. Kasi yung medyo mas closed-minded yung mga mas
Yes, totoo yan.
Oo.
Sige ma'am, pag-usapan muna natin, explain naman kung sino pwede sa inyo mag-explain. Yung security itself ng Bitcoin at kung paano siya ima-mine. At the same time, ano bakit hindi kinakailangan matakot?
Oh, yeah.
Hindi, mahirap explain yung mining, no? Pero yung
Yes.
mining is what secures the network. Ibig sabihin, lahat ng tao yung thousands of people na nagko-contribute ng computing power nila to secure the network is what keeps it secure. Para
Doon ba
ma-overtake...
sa mining?
Oo.
Kasi every how many minutes?
Every 10
Every 10
minutes.
5 Bitcoins ba?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Tama ba?
Yes.
Oh, yun.
So, the whole purpose of that is not really to mine Bitcoins but to secure the network. Yung Bitcoin is just a reward for helping the network.
Paano siya nasi-secure if you're going to nagmamine ka?
Kasi nga, okay, pag binigay mo yung computing power ng computer mo to the network, the stronger the computing power of the network. Kung mayroong gustong mag-overtake nito at gamitin yung network for other purposes than what it was intended for, kailangan nila lampasan tong computing power na to. So, right now, the computing power of the Bitcoin network is mga 250 times more powerful than all the top 500 supercomputers in the world combined.
Combined.
Oo.
Kaya yan, safe po, yung mga nakikinig ha, safe
So,
gamitin ang Bitcoin.
Ginagamit na po siya ngayon ng mga governments. In-explore na siya ng mga malalaking institutions, mga banks.
Sa Pilipinas.
Not in the Philippines
Not yet.
yet. So, kasi medyo behind tayo palagi pag mga technology,
Yes,
di ba?
oo. Totoo yan.
Ikaw naman, Jay, ano naman mo?
Yung Bitcoin kasi itself is secured, pero yung mga companies around Bitcoins, medyo hindi pa matured. Kasi nasa 6 years pa lang yung Bitcoin technology. It is very similar nung ang internet very early pa lang. Hindi rin alam ng mga tao pa kung paano gamitin, paano i-secure yung mga technologies around na build sa sa technology na to. So, I think give it enough time, yung mga businesses themselves, sila rin mismo yung magde-develop ng mga technologies at saka mga businesses na magpapadali sa paggamit ng Bitcoin. Kagaya ng internet, naging user-friendly na ngayon, di ba? Kasi yung mga businesses, sila na mismo nagko-compete para mag-produce ng more user-friendly na mga applications. Pero yung Bitcoin ngayon, actually, sobrang intense ng competition right now ng mga businesses, lalo na sa Silicon Valley, kasi nagpapagandahan sila ng mga applications, sila para mas madaling maintindihan ng mga tao yung Bitcoin, kung paano gamitin yung Bitcoin.
Okay, paano nga ba gamitin? So, una-una.
Actually,
Ako, meron ako niyan. O, sige.
Madali lang.
Simplify natin, Miguel.
for example, no, gusto ko padalan si Jay ng pera.
Okay.
All he has to do is post yung QR code niya, yung
Yes.
parang square na resibo na mukhang
Yeah.
I don't
QR
know.
code, yeah.
And then all I have to do is just scan that with my phone, with my
Yes.
Bitcoin wallet, and then mapapadala ko na any amount that I want to him.
Okay. Once that I have that amount of Bitcoin or that money on my phone, no, may na-scan na, na-send na sa akin. So, para saan? Ano naman ang gamit ni Jay?
Right now, may mga businesses na nag-accept ng Bitcoin. Kagaya ng may mga restaurants right now sa Makati na nag-accept ng Bitcoin.
More than how many companies
So,
they're using? Restaurants?
From the time po nandito kami,
wala
a
pa
year
halos.
ago, wala pa yan halos. Now there are about 250
250,
merchants.
Oh, okay,
More than 30 of those yung mga talagang places na pwedeng puntahan, and the rest are online. So, you can pay, halimbawa, meron po kayong binibenta sa Facebook. And then, para magbayad yung customer nyo, pupunta sila sa bangko, tapos mag-deposit
diba?
sila, tapos pipila sila doon. Pero tumatanggap na kayo ng Bitcoin through our company, Bitmarket. Pwede na ngayon ako magbayad as a customer right on the computer na lang. Pag natanggap na nila yon, kami na mismo yung magta-transfer ng money sa bangko nila.
Alam mo,
So,
ang
hindi na nila
simple lang
kailangan.
din.
Simple lang. Medyo natatakot lang siguro yun. Tapos
Totoo
tanong ko
yan.
din is, how many companies na yung talagang into Bitcoin? Yung katulad ng company niyo
Sa Philippines?
Sa Philippines, yes.
Well, there's us, and then there's coins.ph, and then
Meron kaming company yung Pocket Market. It allows yung mga online merchants, like yung mga nagsasell sa Facebook and Instagram, to easily accept Bitcoin. So,
Pero konti pa lang no?
Konti pa lang.
Kaya mas maganda, mas maganda pumasok ngayon. Mas marami, mas maganda. Di ba?
Meron din po tayong based sa US na company na dito yung target market nila. So, meron tayong iba-ibang... Kasi malaki po yung market ng remittances talaga.
Oo, yun nga, yun yung habol.
attractive
Pero, how many percent lang yung nakukuha natin ngayon doon sa total ng OFWs natin na remitting? Napakaliit pa, no?
0.001.
maliit pa rin. Pero it's
Nothing.
growing. Yung napapansin namin for the past 1 year, ang growth sobrang laki. Yun lang masasabi ko.
So,
I
like,
cannot give exact figures, pero sobrang laki.
katulad nung nagsa-start kami, for 1 month, ganito karami yung na-receive namin na remittance. And then, 2 months later, 1 week na lang namin yung nagagawa. And then, 5 months later, 1 day na lang kaya na namin gawin yung isang buwan namin dati. So,
Okay.
mabilis yung growth.
So, halimbawa, I have the Bitcoin already. Nag-transfer sa akin si Miguel. Niregaloan ako ng Bitcoin. So,
Sana totoo, no?
yeah, tapos may establishment.
Bigyan kita later.
Yes. So, may establishment. So, paano kang mag-usap? Bitcoin to Bitcoin? How is that? Paano ba yun? Through scanning the code lang?
Yes.
That's all. And then transfer the amount.
Parang pag nagpunta po kayo sa
Parang-
restaurant, pag binigay niya sa inyo yung resibo niyo, para magbayad kayo ng credit card,
Yeah.
instead of giving your credit card, you just scan the QR code.
The QR code, then enter the amount. Tama?
Usually,
Hindi.
nandun yung amount sa QR code mismo.
Okay.
So, it's like automatic.
Okay.
It'll tell you.
So, pinadali na lang, ano?
So, actually, yung mga improvements na yun sa
Yes, oo.
hindi na
Takot lang talaga, no? Or campaign, or information talaga. Ano ba tong Bitcoin na to? O di, okay na. So, ako naman, si my establishment, and then I have this collected Bitcoin, or, di ba? So, what's next?
As, Jay, ginagawa po namin
Uh-uh.
is, we as a service, kaya nyo
Yes.
kami gamit, is kami yung magko-convert niyan into
peso.
pesos.
Into
And then
peso,
we'll
yes.
deposit it into your bank account the next day.
Okay, to deposit doon sa bank, do you
merchant-
charge?
Yung-
No, we don't charge you
Pero yung
anything
bank?
for that.
They don't.
Wala
rin.
Wala ring cost. Walang cost for you. If you're a merchant, it won't cost you anything.
Kasi may attorney tayo. Attorney, ano ba yung legal side niyan? Sige nga, para at least sasabihin ng legal ba yan? Maraming nagtatanong ng ganyan. Legal ba? Once na dineclare na that's illegal, ano yung repercussion yan? 'Di ba?
Okay, so maganda yung tanong na yan, no? So,
May hawak akong Bitcoin.
Oo.
Hindi ko na pwedeng gamitin ba? O what?
Correct,
Illegal
correct.
na ba pagka nag-transact
So,
ako ngayon?
ang Bitcoin sa Pilipinas, hindi siya illegal.
Okay.
Now, because hindi siya illegal,
Pero tanong ko muna, sige. Bitcoin ba illegal sa buong mundo?
illegal siya in some places. So, like China, for example, illegal ang Bitcoin. I think in
Actually, no.
Indonesia,
It's not.
They also but the banks,
You can- the banks can
governments,
use it.
the governments
Mm.
declare that the banks cannot transact Bitcoin.
But people can
So,
still use it.
I mean, so pero ito nga yun. So parang ano yan parang commodity yan na kahit anong gawin ng gobyerno, kahit ipagbawal ng gobyerno yan, pag gusto ng tao mag-trade with that commodity, hindi mapipigilan ng gobyerno. So yan ang nangyayari sa Bitcoin. Whether pigilan ng gobyerno o hindi pigilan, mangyayari ang pagtitrade ng Bitcoin. So sa Pilipinas, for example, sabi lang ng BSP, nag-issue lang sila ng warning regarding Bitcoin, pero hindi nila ipinagbabawal ang Bitcoin. So, ang Bitcoin sa atin, technically legal in the sense na hindi naman illegal yung transaction. So, pag nag-transfer ako sa iyo ng Bitcoin, o sakali nag-enter ako into a contract with you, na magta-transfer ako ng Bitcoin sa iyo, later, pwede mo i-enforce yung contract na yun kasi hindi illegal yung contract na yun. Okay? The other thing that's missing now sa government natin is wala lang regulation. Okay? Walang regulation yung government with respect to Bitcoin. So, unregulated. In some businesses, gusto nga nila yung walang regulation In the case of Bitcoin kasi, regulation is welcome. I think for a couple of reasons, but the main reason is it lends parang legitimacy to the business. Yan rin yung concern ng BSP. Ang concern ng BSP, pag ni-regulate nila yan, baka ang sinasabi ng BSP, ini-endorse nila yung technology or ini-endorse nila ang Bitcoin. Kaya pinag-aaralan nila ng mabuti yan.
Okay. Sige. Talking of Bitcoin itself, di ba? Pwede natin gamitin kasi sa money laundering o terrorism. Okay.
Correct.
Can Congress adapt dyan, tapos can adapt Bitcoin, tapos regulate? Papayag ba yung Bitcoin community? For example, to trace people using that for terrorism or money laundering.
Traceable ang Bitcoin The Bitcoin technology kasi, yung ledger, the blockchain, yung ledger, lahat ng transactions on Bitcoin, traceable. In fact, sakali meron ka natanggap na Bitcoin galing sa akin, matitrace mo kung sino o kung anong addresses ang nag-hold ng Bitcoin na yan up to the time that Bitcoin was issued. So, highly traceable siya. Yun yung pagkakaiba niya sa cash. Ang cash nga, pag binigyan kita ng 50 pesos ngayon, hindi mo alam saan nanggaling yung 50 pesos na yun. Bigyan kita ng 50 Bitcoins, malalaman mo at least kung saan, matitrace mo yan.
Okay.
So, mas maganda yung possibility for government to control Bitcoin for money laundering purposes. Kaya lang
Paano mo
ngayon,
matitrace?
kasi yung parang may ano yan
I mean, paano mo matitrace kung ginamit sa terrorism?
Hindi mo
na matitrace.
imposible.
Pero matitrace mo kung
Teka lang.
bigay.
Hindi siya matitrace ito, hindi matitrace.
Yeah.
Kasi ang sa akin lang is, what if the central bank issue ng memorandum na lahat ng Bitcoin sa Pilipinas sa akin dadaan, pero okay ang Bitcoin.
No, actually, it's more of identification. Ang money laundering law naman, ang ginagawa lang niya is, inaalam lang ng bangko kung sinong may hawak ng pera at pag sino naggagalaw ng malalaking amount ng money. Ang pwede kasi gawin sa Bitcoin is that kung magta-transact ka ng Bitcoin, papalitan mo siya into pesos, kailangan mo i-identify yung sarili mo sa banking authority. So, ang mangyayari ngayon, ang Bitcoin kasi, meron kang Bitcoin address. Yung Bitcoin address, ililink nila ngayon sa identity ng tao na yan. Okay, so kaya ako masabi na malink siya sa terrorism. Let's say may tao na terrorist, alam natin na terrorist siya, at na-identify natin na kanya yung isang Bitcoin address. Na pwede natin sabihin, lahat ng pinuntahan ng Bitcoin na yun.
How can you identify na sa kanyang Bitcoin address na terrorism siya?
In the future, no, pag nahuli mo na siya as a terrorist, eventually mangyayari yan Mangyayari yan. Pag may kagamit for terrorism purposes, matitrace. In fact, merong mga...
Or mauuna muna matrace muna natin siya na terrorist siya tapos saka natin makukuha yung Bitcoin account niya.
Yes,
Parang ganon.
Yes, ganyan.
For example, na-identify na, can the Bitcoin community report him or sa authorities na itong ganitong account, they're using money for terrorism? Pwede ba yun?
Pwede nga i-block ng government yan. Pwedeng sabihin ng government, pag merong Bitcoin na itinatransfer sa'yo na dumaan sa address na to, wag mo tanggapin kasi hindi namin papayagan na matransfer mo.
What if kung magpalit lang ako ng Bitcoin account?
Hindi, kaya nga, at least, ang pwede nilang gawin, pag matag nila yung Bitcoin na yon, yung Bitcoin address na yon, pwede nilang gawing illegal yung particular type of Bitcoin.
Pero alam ko right now, maraming taong gumagamit na ng Bitcoin, di ba, na sa illegal.
Para masabi, I'll just say something. Yung cash is still the best for criminals. Kasi hindi matitrace Right? Bitcoin, I will encourage criminals to use it. Kasi madali sila mahuhuli.
Pero bawal yun. Mahuhuli.
Mahuhuli sila.
Yeah.
Hindi, if they wanna use it, mas okay kasi mas
mahuhuli sila. The positive
sa totoo lang. Kasi, meron tayong case.
Mas ibig sabihin, mas mahuhuli kaysa gumamit ng cash.
Oo, meron tayong case na yung nagkaroon ng...
Kaya wag niyong gamitin ng Bitcoin.
Nagkaroon ng...
Don't use Bitcoin. Sa criminals na.
kung criminal
Bitcoin, di ba?
ka, huwag mong gamitin yung Bitcoin dahil mahuhuli ka sigurado.
Kahit hindi lang sa mga terrorists, pero pati sa mga
Sa
corrupt
drugs,
government
yeah.
officials
Oo.
actually. Kasi kung titingnan mo kahit si Napoles ang gamit cash, di ba? Pinuno niya yung
Halimbawa,
backpack.
Yun
may
din, darating ba yung point na ng mga congressman, they're using Bitcoin na?
Hindi nila gagamitin.
Mahirap gamitin for them yung Bitcoin kasi makikita ng mga tao na
Kung
may,
saan dumadaan
may
yung
large
pera.
transactions na nangyayari. So,
Okay.
Actually, ngayon na walang regulation, mas madaling gamitin for crime.
Ah, sige, speaking of regulation, speaking of regulation na lang ito. How can you regulate yung central bank? Paano mo i-regulate?
Okay.
Ano yung mga attorney ko? Attorney?
Yes.
Siyempre, ikaw may nakakalam. Sa tingin mo, paano yung pinaka madaling paraan na regulate ng central bank yan? Na magkakasundo yung Bitcoin community at yung central bank? Saan sasalubong?
Tingin ko ang concern lang ng BSP ngayon, ang pinaka main concern nila is money laundering and terrorism. So actually that's the same thing. It's basically ang gusto nilang malaman whether or not Bitcoin technology is being used, or they want to discourage the use of Bitcoin for terrorism. Now, Bitcoin by itself kasi hindi mo yan magagamit eh. Hindi mo yan magagamit for terrorism. Kailangan mo gawing pera yan eh. You have to make it into money. So, mariregulate mo siya at the point where Bitcoin
It's
is
still
exchanged for money. So, lahat na nag-exchange ng Bitcoin for money para mga forex dealers, under regulation na yan ng BSP. All they have to say now is that pwede ka mag-transfer ng Bitcoin into pera, pero lahat ng tao na yan, i-identify mo kung sino sila. At ililink mo yung Bitcoin address nila doon sa identity nila para matrace natin lahat ng mga transactions na yan. At the moment na na-trace nila sakali na ikaw, itong identity mo, ito Bitcoin address mo, pwede nga tingnan ng BSP yan sa blockchain. Tingnan nila lahat ng transactions mo, yung value ng transactions mo, malaki man o maliit. Even even for tax evasion purposes, makikita na, sabi nito sa ITR niya, BIR, makikita yan eh. Sabi niya sa ITR niya, ang nideclare lang niya income, 10 million pero bakit 100 million in Bitcoin yung tinatransact niya? Ibig sabihin no, mas marami pera niya. So very open yung Bitcoin technology. Ano siya, highly regulable yan. Pwedeng i-regulate yan kung gusto nilang i-regulate.
Ang mangyayari dyan is, ang i-regulate nila yung mga kumpanya na gumagamit. Hindi yung mismong
Kasi palagi
technology.
yun lang ng problem ng central bank eh. Yung sa gagamitin sa illegal na paraan paano matitrace.
Yes.
Parang ano lang yan eh. Parang hindi nila mariregulate ang internet. You can't regulate the internet. Pero you can regulate
At least
yung
pwede
mga
nila
businesses.
i-block yung yung mga websites, yung
yun,
IP
exactly.
ng mga pwede.
Pero pwede kang
sa
you can
Bitcoin
go
ba
around
kaya?
that. You can go around that. Pwede
Sa
kang
Bitcoin, I think possible. They can blacklist certain
Di ba,
addresses.
you have core members, di ba? Sinabi mo kanina, 12?
more than that, I think.
Kasi more than, di ba? Can they decide na ibablock niya yung tao na yon because they're using the
They can't.
Bakit?
No, I mean, legally they can, in the sense that
No, I mean,
the law will not allow these people to transact with Philippine banks and Philippine foreign exchange dealers to transfer their Bitcoin into pesos. And then pwede rin lang sabihin na anybody who transacts with those people, sakali ako, na blacklist ako.
Meron na ba? May sa history naman ng Bitcoin, meron na blacklist.
Wala pa. But assuming na yun yung gagawin ng government, pwede kasi sabihin na hindi ako pwede mag-transfer. Pero pag tin-transfer ko sa'yo, pwedeng sabihin ng government, yung Bitcoin na tin-transfer sa'yo, hindi rin nila i-exchange for pesos. So in that sense nga, pwede nilang i-blacklist talaga ang certain types of Bitcoin.
Sige, ayaw mo sa akin palitan eh. Di-splitin ko sa maraming tao.
Yeah, tapos ang sabihin ng government, matitrace back nila sa akin yun eh. Tapos sabihin nila, na-trace back pala to kay JJ.
Kunyari, binigyan ko 100, account ko suspended.
No.
Hindi ako pwede. Bigay ko sa kakilala kong kaibigan. Pagka withdraw niya, meron kayong 10%.
So sa pera, pwede gawin yan. Sa Bitcoin,
Sa
pag ginawa mo
sa
yan,
Bitcoin, in-spread ko yung sa 100 accounts.
makikita ng
Makikita
government,
pa rin.
babalik
Yung
sa iyo.
source.
Babalik sa. Kaya nga mas maganda siyang, mas traceable siya kaysa sa cash. Ang cash, pag binigay ko sa iba't ibang
Wala
kaibigan
na.
ko,
Wala
wala
na.
na.
Kaya ako naman ganun ako magtanong kasi ako hindi ako central bank.
Opa.
Mas lalo na siguro central bank pagka nagtanong sa inyo, mas malalalim yung mga tanong, di ba?
Oo.
At least may mga sagot na kagad.
Yes.
Di ba, ma'am?
Pero kasi siya peer-to-peer network eh. Network, di ba?
Yes.
Oo,
Yung
totoo.
network kasi, so makikita yung source.
Correct.
Makikita
Tapos
mo.
yung distribution. So yung amount ng money na dinistribute mo, nakikita at kung saan,
Nanggaling.
hindi na siya saan gagamitin. Kasi syempre,
Hindi mo nalalaman.
Hindi na malalaman yon. Lalo na't kung na-convert na into cash. No?
Yes.
Pero at least, may monitoring.
May
Diba?
possible monitoring, yes.
Yeah,
Hindi
actually,
siya impossible to regulate.
Open ang monitoring, di ba?
Opa.
Open
Yes.
siya.
Baka for all to see. For the
Yes.
public.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
So,
So-
everyone can see all the transactions.
Can I know the address of the mining monitoring nung
Yung Bitcoin,
Bitcoin.
sa blockchain.info.
Punta ka lang dun sa website and then you input any address na gusto mo, makikita mo lahat ng transactions niya.
Address. What do you mean address?
Sorry, you go to a website called blockchain.info. Tapos lahat kasi ng nagtatransact ng Bitcoin, meron kang Bitcoin address. Yung wallet mo may Bitcoin address.
Yes.
Pag in-enter mo yung Bitcoin address na yun sa blockchain.info, pwede mo matrace yung mga transactions niya.
Yeah. So can I also input the establishments that currently using Bitcoin?
So sakali yung establishment na yon, alam mo yung Bitcoin address niya, malalaman mo rin yung transaction. So good rin siya for BIR, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi matitrace rin ng BIR lahat ng transactions. At least, on the assumption that those transactions are sale transactions.
Yeah.
Hindi mo naman masasabi, hindi naman profit lahat yun. But at least it's a way for them to audit. In much the same way like credit card transactions are visible to BIR also. Yes.
Nako, malapit na. Malapit na ang appreciation ng Bitcoin. Lumilinaw na siya, di ba?
Yes.
Actually, kung dadating yan sa point na hindi natin alam na Bitcoin yung ginagamit natin.
Yes.
So, para lang siyang underlying technology talaga. So, katulad ngayon, gumagamit tayo ng email. Ang alam lang natin, nagpapadala tayo ng information from point A to point B.
Yes.
Hindi na natin iniintindi kung paano gumagana yung under the hood, di ba?
Parang
Parang mga
kotse.
complicated na process yan eh.
Yes.
Yung mga packet switching,
Yes.
yung mga ganyan, yung mga ganito, di ba? Simple message transfer protocol, blah, blah, blah.
It's really networks.
Pero, ito, mangyayari, curious lang yung mga tao ngayon, pero eventually, gagamitin po natin halimbawa, mobile wallet.
Actually, gumagamit na siya GCash.
Naka-denominate sa pesos, pero Bitcoin yung ginagamit.
So
hindi
ganun na
natin
nga.
alam.
Yeah.
Ganun na lang yung mangyayari.
Pero parang okay na rin yun. Nako.
At mayroong mga tao talaga hindi sila mag-a-adapt ng Bitcoin technology. Tulad ng mga tao na hindi nagde-deposit sa ATM. Yung mga may
Ay gumamit ng credit card.
Takot sila pag hindi nila nakikita. Gusto nila, very analog. Madaming tao.
Siguro dapat maging active kayo. Dapat pagdebatihan to sa mga schools eh.
Yeah.
Di ba? Yun ang pinakamaganda. No?
Pwedeng gamitin
kasi
sa
actually,
tuition
tingin ko
fee
lang,
pagbayad.
Pwede. They can use that eh.
Wala nang excuse yung mga may utang sa inyo. Pwede niya nila kayo bayaran from anywhere they are.
Oo. Ang excuse na lang, wala ko talaga akong pambayad. Wala sa Bitcoin.
Yes, hindi eh. Parang, halimbawa, sasabihin niya, wala akong pera, pero makita mo sa Bitcoin.
Sa address niya.
Ang dami-dami niya palang pera.
Yung address ba, public yun?
Yeah,
Public.
open eh. Open data
Open
siya.
lahat ng transaction.
Hindi, yung
Lahat ng
address lang,
transactions makikita.
Pero walang
Walang
name, di ba?
identity,
Walang identity. Kaya useless din kung di mo lang pangalan.
No, pero pag,
Pero you know the
Halimbawa,
address.
pinadalan mo ako.
Alam
Ko na yung address mo.
Okay. Hindi natin pwedeng palitan yung address ko the next time.
Pwede rin.
pwede kang madaming address. You can have many addresses.
Sige, tanong ka na lang kasi kinakapos tayo sa oras. Ano yung future ng Bitcoin sa Pilipinas? In the next, kasi after 1 year, ito na tayo, di ba? Next year, magkikita ulit tayo. Pag-uusapan natin ulit.
Yeah. This is your second time, Miguel.
Yeah.
True. Well, I think we're just gonna keep growing, just like for the past year, and then we'll see more mga businesses adopting it, and then more companies coming out and wanting to use it for different kinds of services. Kasi kami, meron kaming bills payment, you can buy load with Bitcoin, you can pay your bills from anywhere in the world. Pwede kang mag-remit, pwede kang gumamit ng merchant services. Ang dami na eh. Pero dadami pa yan. Marami pang uses yan.
I hope marami ring software developers na mag-produce ng more applications around Bitcoin. Na,
What do you mean application?
For example, right now nagde-develop kami ng games where players can earn Bitcoin just by playing.
Okay.
So, yung mga ganong types ng applications.
Pwede pa naman. Sige ma'am, babalik muna tayo at mag-commercial break tayo.
Yes, mainit to. Mas magandang usapin talaga.
Oras po natin, 10:34.
Okay.
Hotel Sogo is the hotel chain of choice for travelers and balikbayans. Affordable, safe, and complete with amenities, unlike other. Now you have somewhere comfortable to stay anywhere in Metro Manila or even when you visit your favorite province.
Ito ang Radyo Inquirer 990 AM. Inihahandog ng Integrated Seafarers of the Philippines o ISP ang Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Ikaw ba ay isang marino o may kaanak na marino? Makinig sa Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Hosted by Captain Jess Morales at mga anak ng mga marino. Halina't pakinggan ang iba't ibang kaalaman na may kinalaman sa maritime industry. Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Magbibigay sa inyo ng mga payo at gabay para sa ikauunlad ng inyong pamumuhay pagkatapos ng inyong buhay marino. Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Nagtataguyod ng reintegration ng mga marino sa agos ng ating lipunan.
Walang higit na magmamalasakit sa mga marino, kundi kapwa marino.
Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Tuwing Sabado, alas 4:30 hanggang alas 6 ng gabi. Dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990 AM. Gabay ng Pamilyang Marino. Langit sa lupa. Ang langit mong inaasam, nasa kamay mo na. Programang tutugon sa pangangailangang espiritual ng tao sa paraang nararapat. Magbabalanse sa litratong tagilid, ipapakita ang buong katotohanan at magbibigay pag-asa. Langit sa lupa. Ang langit mong inaasam, nasa kamay mo na. Linggo, alas 6:15 hanggang alas 7:30 ng gabi. Dito sa Radyo Inquirer 990 AM. Langit sa lupa. Panata ng Radyo Inquirer, hindi lang mauna sa balita, kundi ang dalhin ka sa gitna ng mga pangyayari. Pamamahayag na may damdamin, hindi makasarili, patas at komprehensibo. Hatid ng mga mamamahayag na may paninindigan sa katotohanan. Sa serbisyo publiko, kakampi at karamay mo. Anumang pagkakataon, sa kahit anong panahon, sa balita, komentaryo at pagtulong sa kapwa. DZIQ, Radyo Inquirer 990 AM.
With branches all over the Philippines, Hotel Sogo is the hotel chain of choice for travelers and balikbayans. Affordable, safe, and complete with amenities, unlike other provincial hotels. Now you have somewhere comfortable to stay anywhere in Metro Manila.
Yes, welcome po. Back dito sa Bigati, no? Kahit na off-air, nagdidebate pa rin, nagdidiskusyon pa rin, talagang napakahat. Pero bago yan, mapakilala natin yung uli nating bisita. Nakakahiya naman kay Carissa. Yes.
So we have here, napakaganda.
Napakaganda.
Public Relations Head of Zip Much. Hi, Carissa. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm really happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Nakakasunod ka ba? We are talking about Bitcoin.
You understand Tagalog a little?
Yeah, enough to get by.
Your mother is a Filipina ba?
My father.
Okay.
Yes.
How
You're from Hawaii?
Yeah, I grew up there.
Maganda, ma'am, no?
Oo nga. Tamang-tama sa posisyon niya. Oh, how would I say this?
Hikiana.
Hikiana.
Yes.
Okay.
Carissa Hikiana. Okay.
It's a name famous in Pangasinan. Well, it's not really famous, but it's just from there. No.
Let's talk about the funding Series A of Zip Much.
Oh, yeah.
That's 2.5 million?
Yes.
From Monks Hill
Ventures, yes.
And also 500 start.
Yes. They also invested in this round. We're really, really excited about it. Something that we've been working on for approximately like a year. And it's pretty much just to really get deeper into the market and also really boost the technology to give home buyers what they're looking for in a more accurate and trustworthy way. Online, since Filipinos, when we search online, we're like super like siguristas, so we just like wanted to channel a lot of our efforts towards really providing that for them. Yeah.
By the way, what's the status of the real estate business in the Philippines right now?
Well, go ahead.
Okay, good or better than last year or what?
Well, actually,
do you have datas?
The boom actually happened towards the beginning of the 2000s, up until I believe 2008, and then after that it kind of slowed down a bit, but it's still growing. I think right now it's just a matter of the saturation in the market, and also with the rise of the middle class, it's actually getting a lot better, and more people can afford condominiums, houses for themselves. So in light of our economy, real estate pretty much also grows with the economy of the people. So right now we don't really see it slowing down anytime soon. It seems to be going like really steady right now for the next couple years as well.
Do you have any plans for expansion to Southeast Asia or what?
Yeah, totally. We're definitely playing with the idea. We might. I mean, like we're looking at our neighbors, like Singapore, maybe, Indonesia, maybe. We're really trying to do like a market study right now. We just want to really master the Philippines first, so we can take out this Filipino technology out into our neighboring countries. We think it'll be really exciting to do that. Try to put us on the map there.
Okay. Well, speaking of technology, what's the difference between the other sites like My Property and also with
Match.
Lamido? I think it's
Lamudi.
Lamudi. I'm sorry, Lamudi. Lamudi just acquired My Property, I think.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, what makes us ultimately different for a lot of consumers would be that we're a home buying marketplace. We focus mostly on like homes, condominiums, houses for purchase and for rent. That's the only thing that we touch on, just because like it's a completely different market when it comes to like commercial and things like that. So we really want to own that for people. Another thing is like we really try to push the boundaries on what we can do with technology, and just mainly the ultimate point of that is to give like in-depth property information to all of the home buyers, which pretty much resulted in us having like the 360-degree tours of the properties. Something that we just recently launched what is the 3D floor plan renderings.
What's that?
So let's say, for instance, if you're a pre-selling property, of course, with a license to sell, you guys have
Or licensed broker, yeah.
Yeah. There is no existing project yet, so it's like, how can I see what's like really
Yeah,
in
that's
here?
pre-selling. I mean,
Yeah, this is pre-selling,
Okay.
and so we recreate the floor plans in a 3D model that home buyers can actually play with. They can like go around
360.
yeah, 360. They can go inside. They can see the actual, well, not really actual, but 3D rendition of it, which a lot of
Of
people
all floors?
no, just the model unit. Well, not really the model units, but the units that they offer. And usually every floor has kind of like the same unit spread, so we don't really need to do all the floors, which
Can
is
you ask
convenient.
the revenue model of Sipmatch?
Oh,
Can
yeah.
you answer that?
Yeah, I can totally answer that. We cater to the developers and also the brokers. We kind of did it in a way where it's kind of like magazine style, in a sense that we curate all the information ourselves. We do the footwork for the developer and the broker for all the real estate projects in terms of like condominiums and subdivisions in Metro Manila so far. And once we curate all that information, you know, we get them like unbiased, so it's as is. A developer, he'll like bring on board his brokers, and also brokers can sign up to the project pages and be like, hey, I have units there. You guys have all the information there, so I pretty much just need to supply the photos, the unit number. So yeah, we really cut the work out for them and try to give the consumer like honest listings at the same time.
You mean you get
Good
commission? What?
Oh, well, the brokers and the developers subscribe to the pages.
Okay.
Pretty simple.
Okay.
Ayan.
Do you have any rate for how much? For
Well, it really varies. I can't really disclose the rate yet, but then yeah, they can totally interested brokers.
competitive to other...
Oh yeah, it's totally competitive.
Social pricing yata sila.
We definitely offer something for developers, which is separate from from the brokers, because like developers, they're more interested in like the 360s, the 3D renderings and whatnot. Whereas brokers, you know, they just want to list. So yeah, we offer different things for them. Even like, well, for brokers, we also drive them leads, and same with the developers. Yeah.
What can you say about your CEO and your president, Chow and Yanda?
Oh
Ayan,
yeah,
okay.
they're a lot of fun. Oh my gosh, I've never seen like a more hardworking pair. Like they really drive the company on like a moral aspect, and like they really help us out. I mean, I don't mean to sound really corny right now, and I mean, Chow really inspires me. I actually just like, for real, like,
Hi,
you
Chow.
Oh, Chow.
Hi,
You know? No, I'm not even
Yes,
playing.
You're being emotional.
No, yes, I know. Oh my goodness. But yeah, like they really believe in the vision, you know, and if something that like we've learned as a company is that, you know, you can't really do what you do every day without having that main vision at the end of the day that like everybody is like on board with, you know, and that's what we're trying to push that vision too, to like our market, that like, you know, we're trying to do things in like an honest way and in an ethical way. So yeah.
Okay.
Na-amaze
Galing na.
ako. Ang ganda niya. Anyway,
Galing na.
so, I currently subscribe to the zipmatch.com. Actually, siya yung best real estate aggregator, no? Aggregator of property. So, and then they keep on following me up. My mom
Okay. Into email.
Yes,
Oh.
yes. And then text. Yeah,
Text, also
yeah.
text.
Yes, also text.
Yes, naghanap ako ng property sa BGC. So, and then yun.
Oh, wow.
Big time.
Pero
Big time.
hindi na siya.
That's
Sabi ni
exciting.
Miguel, you should use Bitcoin daw.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Hey, maybe we might introduce that into the industry. How do
Yeah.
we merge forces, guys?
Yeah, yeah.
That's
you know?
actually very possible. You know, it's
This-
just a way.
yeah.
If you guys have a way to get paid, then it's another way to get paid. Just another way to get paid.
Mhm.
Nice.
What's the incentive for using Bitcoin in a real estate business?
I'm sorry.
Pwede.
Pwede. Well, no. You know what? Like if your website, you know, charges. Let's just say charges something, and they usually accept credit cards or you know other means of payments. It's just really another way to get paid. So you know,
Normally,
there's no
You're using
nothing
bank-to-bank
special.
transfer.
Oh yeah, currently with our clients, yeah, I mean, if it's
MC,
bank-to-bank.
yes. Manager's checks.
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
much.
So if somebody wanted to pay for their house with Bitcoin, why not? And just transfer it. It's it's instantly transfers across borders, and then the service here in the Philippines will exchange that to pesos.
Oh,
Parang
okay.
ganun.
In the future, siguro
Not
pwede, no?
impossible.
In the future. Pero right now, what's the use of Bitcoin?
Meron sa US actually na biling mansion na Bitcoin ang
Bitcoin?
gamit. Yes.
Oh, good.
A mansion.
merong mining site na nabili ako.
Asking, pag tinanong mo, what's the use of Bitcoin? It's like saying, what's the use of money?
Mhm.
Kung ano yung nagagawa ng money, you can do it with Bitcoin. But the thing about Bitcoin is you can do more than what money can do.
Yep.
Kasi siguro yung the comparison between money and sa Bitcoin siguro is at least yung Bitcoin is safe, di ba? Hindi ka ma-hold up.
That's true.
Or there's a possibility na bigay mo yung number mo, then surrender.
Pwede, why not?
Ha?
Kung manakaw yung phone mo,
sige,
tapos
sige,
nasa
sige.
phone mo,
Okay,
yung
sige.
wallet mo, pwede.
Okay. Kasi recently, medyo marami nakikidnap eh.
Wow.
Yeah. Medyo tumaas. Kidnapping. Medyo
That's
alert
scary,
sila
that's
right now.
scary.
Can they use Bitcoin?
Ransom?
Mahirapan sila kasi kailangan nilang ipa-exchange pa rin yan into pesos eh.
Tsaka matitrace yung
Okay.
address.
Magugulat siguro yung, police, no? Kailangan namin 1 million Bitcoin. Or
Hindi alam ko anong Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, di sabihin ng police, anong Bitcoin? Di ba?
Okay.
Pwede.
At least, di ba, nakakatuwa lang. They're different virtual currencies right now.
Oo.
Pero ang sikat actually is Bitcoin.
Siya yung talagang pinakamalaki talaga.
Pinakamalaki ngayon. How much Bitcoin na ba available sa or there's sa market?
14 million.
14 million. Then kailan natin mamamain yung, di ba? 21 million. That's your what?
2140.
2140? Okay.
Matagal pa.
Mga
Hindi
siguro.
na tayo aabot doon.
Siguro mga 50 pa lang ako. 2140. Sige. Ngayon, balik tayo kay
Yeah, oo nga.
kay
Kasi nahati yung
for
attention ko
interrupting.
sa beauty niya at saka sa Bitcoin.
sa Bitcoin. Diba? Hindi, maganda kasi we can use Bitcoin kahit saan
Yes,
sa
oo.
real estate, di ba?
I will use Bitcoin later.
Yeah, sure.
Pwede ba siya sa Shakey's?
Wala
Di
pa.
Sa Manang's Chicken pwede.
Wala pa.
Manang's Chicken.
Let's try.
Sa may pinakamalapit na Manang's Chicken, let's try Bitcoin.
Sa UST meron eh.
Sa UST, okay. Sige ma'am, do you have questions pa kay
Actually, we are talking about real estate industry, the
sige,
yeah.
pag-usapan natin ma'am yung say startup, being a startup company. Sige nga.
Oh, kasi 2013 you have launched
2013.
zipmatch.com.
It's only 20 the first
13.
gigs on the beach.
Yes.
They pitched there. Tapos after that, there's no investors. Then after that, medyo okay na. Idea Space invested na sa kanila. Then
Actually, Geeks on the Beach was pretty good for us, considering that's where we met 500 startups.
Yeah, 500
So
startups.
after that, I mean, yeah, the meeting there was nothing really came out of it first, but then it did open the doors. So I think that was like pretty good for us at least.
Yeah.
Bali kasi during the pitching, while who was that?
Kasi sila Miguel,
John
startup
Dang,
din, di ba?
John Dang.
Yeah, John Dang and Chow Paredes. They were there.
Ang objective niya during the presentation is just to inform the community about Zipmatch, not to get investors during that time. Parang ganun no?
Yeah, actually.
Then we saw the model of Zipmatch, and then okay, so this is really a promising industry, no? Yung kanilang aggregator on the net, property aggregator on the net. So anong kalaban nila? So we have myproperty.ph, no? It's on the other.
Saka meron din, 24... Ano ba
I know Lamudi. I tried Lamudi also, but I think zipmatch.com is the best website for property listing.
I'm glad you guys think so.
Yeah.
I mean, we put a lot of work into it, you know? I mean, like, I think one of the reasons why it works for a lot of people is because we kind of think less about, like, our clients. I mean, we do think about them, but we really try to focus on our consumers more.
Yes. Actually, yes. So from the searching of the property up to the accommodation, up to the buying, nandun lahat sila.
Yeah, and if anyone's actually like looking for a property here, what we've seen to be like very helpful for a lot of people would be the property reviews. We're the only ones who do it so far, and can invite people who live let's say in a condominium or in a subdivision to actually include the reviews as well, just so we can keep it, you know, like honest outside, you know, because we know like typical advertising, they kind of give out like the photoshopped version of their properties or how they sell it, so we just want to keep it.
Yeah, maybe it's because of the passion and the vision of John Dang and Chow.
Diba tinanong natin si John Dang, what if he fails? Diba? Tinanong natin sa kanya. How are you going
gamer yun. Game yun sa fail.
At least, diba, they answered us.
Ang sabi niya.
Sabi niya, fail fast, diba? In case we fail fast.
Yeah.
Kasi ko, Miguel, you are also a startup, diba?
Yeah.
Ilan taon na yan niya?
1 year.
1 year na, no?
We're a year old.
How many employees do you have?
Right now, I think about 15.
15? Mabigat din yun, ha? Yeah. Regular lahat? I mean, full-time?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Malaki din ang pasweldo doon pagka ganun.
Ang salary ba nila Bitcoin din? Hindi pa.
Hindi pa.
Oo, kasi kulang pa
if they want
merchants,
to, pwede.
Yeah.
If they want to, pwede.
But
nandun na sila sa office so abot na lang namin yung cash.
Tama. So, ayun. Anyway, balik tayo sa Bitcoin.
Sige. Yung office niyo ba dito lang sa Manila?
Sa Makati.
Yeah.
Sa Makati, wala na kayong mga satellite offices?
Wala naman.
Sa Cebu or
naman,
may mga Bitcoin ba sa Cebu or?
Meron din.
Pero active talaga sa Manila?
Manila talaga.
Manila. Nag-try na ako
Have you tried Bitcoin?
Not
Bitcoin?
Actually, it still seems like such a foreign concept to me. I mean, honestly speaking, I'm learning a lot while I'm here.
Do you want to ask some questions about Bitcoin?
Yes.
Yeah, you could.
I mean, like, I think what I'd be wondering would be, what would be the difference, like, between other paying platforms that are coming out, like V-Money, like, the Smart, and, like, the Globe Wallet, and things like that.
Gcash. Yeah.
Gcash.
Well, I think the main difference would be you're describing companies. Bitcoin is technology. So all those companies can actually also integrate with Bitcoin.
Okay.
So they can also use Bitcoin within their services. It's just
Saka it's acceptable worldwide eh.
Yeah, it's global,
Diba?
it's distributed. There's no central bank. There's no company that can shut down and then, your money's gone.
Okay, sige. Before I forgot, the problem with Bitcoin is the fluctuation of Bitcoin. Yan, volatility, di ba?
Yes.
Problem siya for some okay siya. Like I bought Bitcoin for $50.
Or how much ano?
I bought Bitcoin for $50.
$50?
And now it's $250.
250 ba yan?
Okay. So for some people, especially mga traders, yung mga mahilig sa forex and stock trading, the volatility is good kasi going up and down. There's ways to make money while it goes up and then bebenta.
Pero risky.
It's very risky.
Kahit overnight, di ba?
In a few seconds.
Talaga sa stock market.
Pero sa Pilipino talaga, you don't advise them to use that for,
That's why may mga businesses right now na sinesecure nila yung para hindi exposed yung customer sa volatility. Like kung bibili ng any item, na siya sa dollars.
Saka may balita ko they're using that sa networking yung Bitcoin.
Meron nga mga gumagamit.
Mga scam, di ba? Na-invest ka na ganito.
Yes, so in terms of yung mga ganyan, no, they will use gold. Nagkaroon dati.
Meron, may gold uli.
Then, yung iba, dollars, and then yung iba, anything that, it's a scam, right? So, they're just using these things as a front. Pero there's really no gold, there's really no Bitcoin. Ginagamit lang nila yung terms na something new, to make people, to fool people, to give their money. So, these people are giving their money, akala nila na bumibili sila ng Bitcoin or gold or whatever. But there's really nothing. It's
Attorney, tanong ko lang, if any suggestion sa central bank, ano yung masasuggest mo?
I think hindi lang naman ako yung nagsusuggest. Actually, yung Foreign Financial Action Task Force, no, yan yung global group na nagre-regulate, nag-encourage ng mga government.
Kasi we have no choice.
Money laundering.
Harapin talaga natin yung problema ng Bitcoin in the future. Kahit na siguro ngayon. Kahit na siguro after 2 years, marami na siguro gagamit. Pero dapat yun, simulan na, di ba?
I think ang pinakamagandang gawin nila is to say that to regulate Bitcoin exchanges, yung mga nag-exchange ng Bitcoin into cash. To treat them the same way as forex companies, yung mga foreign exchange.
Tanong ko lang, do you have license ba to trade Bitcoin in company nyo? Kailangan ba ngayon?
You don't need a license.
Hindi kailangan ngayon. Kasi nga
hindi ngayon. Hindi pa kailangan ngayon. Pero
yes.
You're suggesting that dapat kailangan.
I think i-welcome yun ng industry na ma-regulate sila kasi para maging comfortable yung tao. Importante rin yun na maging comfortable yung tao sa technology at gagamitin nila at magiging mas madali sa kanila. Right now, sakali gusto kong bumili ng Bitcoin, kailangan ko pa mag-deposit sa account ng Bitcoin exchange. Pero kung yung mga banks will accept it, diba? It will be easier for me. Baka ba electronic banking, madali nang set up ng exchange. Pati yung mga bangko, baka mag-enter na rin into the market.
Na they're accepting Bitcoin. So,
yes. And pag mas marami...
wala naman na negosyo sila, Hindi naman.
Hindi naman.
Bibilin sila ng bangko. Their technology will be bought by a bank event. That could be their exit.
Possible,
That could be their exit, diba? So madaming it is not bad necessarily for the current players.
So let's say, a big company like Western Union says, let's just use Bitcoin because it's very effective pala, and we've after researching for a long time, so who's the technology na very useful na, who has a big customer base, then they'll just probably acquire a company already existing.
Yun siguro yung pinaka-sagot nila doon ng banks. Possible, di ba?
Possible.
It's like nung internet lumabas, tapos yung mga Blockbuster Video lost their business kasi it's now free
sa
to
internet.
download.
At saka pag dumami yung users, magiging less volatile na yung Kasi ngayon volatile siya kasi madaming speculators eh. Pero pag mas maraming gumagamit kaysa sa speculator, hindi makokontrol ng speculator yung yung market. Hindi nila mamumove. Ngayon namumove nila yung market eh. Kasi hindi pa ganun kalaki.
You mean namumove nila? Meron ba sindikato behind that?
Hindi naman. Ibig sabihin na mag-invest ka ng certain amount of money.
Biglang, minsan, overnight, iba na naman no? Mapakalikot.
Kasi kahit bumili ka ng maliit na amount of Bitcoin, may effect ka kaagad sa price ng Bitcoin right now.
Ganun.
Kasi masyadong maliit yung volume.
How many transactions ba per day ang Bitcoin? Nare-record
yes,
ba yun?
there's about
Open din.
120,000 transactions per day.
120,000. Worldwide na yan, ganun ba?
Pero to compare to Visa, ang Visa, 4,000 transactions per second.
Per second.
So yeah, malayo pa.
Malayo pa.
In 30 seconds, naka one day na.
One day na. Eventually naman siguro pagka okay ng Bitcoin, why not, di ba?
It's possible.
Yes.
At least parang just leveling the playing field na may Visa, tapos may Bitcoin, bahala na kayo maglaban, di ba?
It will force them to lower their fees. It will force them to make their service faster and better so they can catch up.
Nasabi mo kasi, Bicol, you have, pwede natin disclose, di ba? Yung meron kayong talks with Central Bank.
Yeah, we've had
meron ba? Meron bang may mga invitations ba to discuss?
No, they're doing kasi their own study. The BSP formed a technical working group.
At least, di ba, may steps na sila to...
they're very interested. Kasi I think ang problem ng BSP ngayon, they find themselves in an unusual situation where dati kasi nagre-regulate sila, ang kausap nila bangko eh. Ngayon, parang with Bitcoin, all of a sudden, consumer na yung kumakausap sa BSP, ano ba gagawin nyo dyan? Hindi sila sanay na may consumer protection aspect sa regulation nila eh. So it's new for them. So I think it's good that they're open to the industry and they're open to discussions on possible regulation. And also they're taking the cue also internationally from FATF and other countries. So I think there will be a global effort towards regulating probably within the year. And that will go a long way into growing the industry.
Okay. Ma'am, bago tayo magtapos, pakiano mo naman.
Yun.
Sa go up natin. Baka magalit si Tina, nakikinig.
Oo nga. So, ang Geeks on the Beach, malapit na ito, Ellison. So, Surfs is way back to Boracay Island this August for its 3rd year of gathering tech startups. So, technopreneurs, businessmen, and designers from all over the world. Wow. Pangatlong taon na pala natin.
Pangatlong taon na natin. 3 taon na tayong media partner ng
Yes. So, this one, also known as the International Summit for Tech, Startups, and Design, the GoWab, or Geeks on the Beach 3 Eyes, to create productive discussions and building products that make a difference in enhancing the lives of everyday people with less hype but more action. 17 tech champs so far are confirmed to
Si Chow will be one of the speakers.
Yes, she'll be there. She'll be there this year. She loves Geeks on the Beach.
I love to see him pitching. Ang galing mag-pitch ni John Dom.
Pitching?
Yeah, pitching. Yeah. For 5 minutes.
Magaling.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, 17 tech chomps so far are free to confirm speak before expected 600 to 1,000 participants from across the globe. Wow. So, visit www.geeksonthebeach.com. Okay.
Yan.
Si Tina.
Sige. At least na-promote na natin si Tina.
Ako, Ellison, habang nakikinig ako, I'll go for Bitcoin.
Oo naman.
Actually, I'll go for Bitcoin.
Sige.
This time, naintindihan ko na siya mas lalo. So, we invite our friends to download. Di ba dapat mag-download muna nung app? Let's do it. Let's simplify muna kasi ang daming nagtatanong about it. Okay.
Ano steps ba? Sige.
They can download an app sa App Store, sa iOS for example. May Bread Wallet, meron
Android wallet.
Search nyo lang yung Bitcoin wallet. And then marami choices.
Okay.
And then from there, you can give your address to
your
people.
address now is known to somebody. They can transfer Bitcoin to you. So you can go to an exchange or contact Miguel or
Post
contact Jay. Si Jay namimigay ng Bitcoin.
So I can announce my address para mag-receive ng donation.
Pwede.
To buy property through zipmatch.com.
Okay. How about you, Carissa?
Yeah, if anybody's out there looking for their next home to buy or next home to rent, you guys can check out www.zipmatch.com. That's ZIPMATCH.com. It's actually a lot of fun. Even just browsing the website, we're really technologically advanced. Just as advanced as these guys next to me. So we're here to change the game in the tech industry, guys, and real estate industry. Yay!
Thank you, Carissa.
Thank you sa mga bisita natin, di ba?
Ayan. Na-excite ako.
Next Saturday. Next Saturday, K-12 naman.
Yeah, so next Saturday po sa ating mga kabigaten, we're going to talk about K-12 with the pace, with the we are trying to invite Senator Trillanes and sino pa ba yun?
Okay.
Yung mga
sige. Okay, kita-kits kita-kits po ulit sa susunod na Saturday sa mga kabigaten. Ellison Barcelo po.
Okay, Arnie Barcelo. Hanggang sa susunod na Sabado, thank you so much.
All over the Philippines, Hotel Sogo is the hotel chain of choice for travelers and balikbayans. Complete with amenities, unlike other provincial hotels. Now you have somewhere comfortable to stay anywhere in Metro Manila or even when you visit your favorite province.
Radyo Inquirer. 990 AM.
Mahigpit ang pagpapatupad ng batas ng Indonesia, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa illegal drugs trade. Ang tanong dito, Jake, ganyan ba ang pwede nating sabihin sa ating sariling bansa? Ganon ba tayo kahigpit sa mga foreign nationals?
Wala tayong death penalty kasi.
Kaya nga, caught sa pagda-traffic ng drugs.
Nakakatakas sa Bureau of Immigration. Attorney Acosta, lahat nakatingin kay Maria Cristina Serio. Ano ba ang kwento niya na dapat malaman ng sambayan ng Pilipino?
Gusto niyang magkaroon ng due process at malinis ang kanyang pangalan. Sinasabi niya, hindi sa illegal recruiter at hindi